Now,
fight night, Saturday, November 8th. Our boy Joe Calzaghe came all the way down from Wales to fight Roy Jones Jr.
And from what I heard, busted his ass. Joe Calzaghe got knocked down in the first round and then beat Roy's ass for the next 11.
He was having deja vu like shit because Bernard Hopkins knocked his ass down in the first round too. But that one went to a split decision. This one, it's unanimous decision. Now, that improved his record to 36-0. No, not 36-0. 46-0 with 32 KOs, and put Roy Jones Jr. at a 52-4 with 38 knockouts. Now, this is the thing, and this is what we want to hear from all the viewers out there. Calzaghe is going to go down as one of the best light heavies. He most of his career he fought over in Wales and over in the United Kingdom. And
you don't think that's going to have any effect?
Well, that's what I want to ask these people, because he didn't fight until he did come to the U.S. to fight Bernard Hopkins, and he did come to the U.S. to fight Roy Jones Jr., but a lot of people are going to say he did not fight them in their prime. Now, you made a good point to me, because you said, well, how old is he, Kevin? I said, the man's 36 years old. And he's like, and I'm like, 10 years ago, Roy Jones Jr. was in his prime, and so was Bernard Hopkins. But Bernard Hopkins is a little bit older now.
Right, but Roy Jones is close to him in age. So I can understand. Now, I understand what some people are going to say is, well, he didn't fight him when he was 26. But if I'm 36 and you're 38, or if I'm 36 and you're 40, that's close enough. It's not like I'm 26 and you're 42.
Right.
So, both their skills have probably diminished some, but at least they're kind of on an equal playing field.
Yeah, I think you got to give credit to Calzaghe. I just do. The guy went through his career undefeated. He had the WBO super middleweight belt for a long time. He came to the States. He beat Bernard Hopkins in a split decision. Who beat Kelly Pavlik decisively, and that was supposed to be the big fight.
Right.
Calzaghe against Kelly Pavlik. So.
Could still be a big fight.
It could be a fight. But
think about if Kelly Pavlik goes in there and beats him. Calzaghe. But
the thing is that Joe Calzaghe said after this fight, win or lose, he's retiring. And I would think that probably Roy Jones Jr. will follow down that same path.
Why? Do you know how much money he's going to get?
Roy Jones Jr.?
Yeah, just for putting his name.
He's promoting now, kind of like Oscar De La Hoya.
Smart.
Roy Jones Jr., and I really have to say, he was very humble about this. He's like, look, you know what? He went through that stint in 04 and 05 where he lost 3 fights, 2 by nasty knockouts. Then he ended up winning 3 fights straight. One of them was against Trinidad, who was kind of his skills were diminishing. But he was like, hey, look, man, I got cut nasty by this guy Calzaghe, and I stayed in there the whole fight. And I think Roy Jones Jr. deep down internally didn't think he would do this well against the guy, hang in there for 12 rounds against the guy, especially after the guy put a whipping on his ass,
Well, my hat's off to Roy Jones Jr. for sticking in there, but I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Bottom line is we want to hear, do you think that Calzaghe would have fared as well against either one of these guys, Roy Jones Jr. and Bernard Hopkins, in their prime? Or 10 years ago, let's say.
He would have been 10 years younger, too, so you also have to take that into consideration. I guess my question is, how come no one went to fight Calzaghe?
Right. Now, where was this guy 10 years ago? That's why. Because he's been fighting since the late 90s. He's been fighting since the mid-90s.
And if he's that good, why wouldn't one of them take a huge payday and go over there and fight him? Right. And then make him come back for a rematch. Or go fight on a remote island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah. It just makes no sense to me. So I just want to hear everybody's feedback, what they think about it.
You want to know what doesn't make sense to me? Boxing as a whole.
Yeah.
I'm
and that's one of the big things they said. This is why some of these guys you don't even. I look at some of the guys that Calzaghe, I didn't even know their names. And the same thing is accounts for some of the fighters here. I'm not up to date with it. I definitely think that MMA is taking over. I think a lot of boxing enthusiasts don't want to hear. There's probably a lot that'll watch this video and be mad. I love boxing. I grew up on my father boxed, but the bottom line is this: it's MMA is just